Welcome to Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We're a very funny wrestling podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Haha. I switched it.
Oh,
Because we're
okay.
fun. We're very
I
funny.
like that. I like curveballs.
Hey,
Oh, haha.
hey,
Okay.
haha.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a quick kind of episode where the way that I want to frame this is Dusty knows what's happening in WWE, and he's going to explain it to me. So, like, if you want a refresher on what's happening going into WrestleMania, this is perfect for you. We're setting up storylines, particularly in the title conversation, the undisputed and heavyweight titles, correct?
Yeah, the two main events. I think we're mainly talking about the Cody Rhodes Randy Orton storyline.
A lot of voices and a lot of heads.
A lot of voices and a lot of heads. A lot of voices in a lot of boardrooms making some decisions.
Yeah.
And then we're talking a little bit about Reigns and CM Punk, but this will mostly, and I know you'll love this, Andrew, be a talk about our buddy Phil when we get to that part of it.
Oh boy, he's a complicated feller. He wants to be a minority. He don't need your authority.
No, he doesn't want it. I think the main thing here is the WWE has a babyface problem. It has a huge babyface problem that's hard to solve with modern wrestling.
Are you saying they don't have baby faces? Like they don't have like super over baby faces? Is that what you're saying?
It's hard to make a guy a super over baby face, especially with the current temperature of wrestling. And the storyline doesn't help anybody. So basically we've got Randy Orton and we've got Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes is the super over, I finished my story, I'm the top baby face, right? And Orton since he's come back from his back injury, he's been a baby face, but he's still Randy Orton. There's still voices.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's still a goddamn viper. Like, right? Have you ever met a babyface viper?
Yeah. And so they turn Randy in the contract signing for their match, where Cody is like, "Hey man, I know." You got to be the Viper. I want the Viper. Everybody the main wrestling storyline these days is, hey, I want the old you. I want the killer you. I want you to be the best.
Didn't we in our resolutions podcast, I think you specifically requested for that angle to go away for a while.
Yeah, stop doing that. Why remind me how good the dude used to be? And like now he's not a killer. Like Randy Orton's going to go to WrestleMania in storyline and be like, I think tonight I'm calling it in on this one.
Why didn't I ever think to wrestle like I did when I was 25?
Yeah.
That's great. And here I was wrestling like a 50-year-old all these days. Yeah. I could have just flipped a switch and been 27-year-old Viper Randy Orton again.
Yeah. I hate that shit. Yeah. So then they do another trope. So then Randy beats Cody down. But here's the problem. Randy Orton's been on TV for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
People love the theme song. People love the RKO.
It's a good theme song.
They are cheering Randy Orton beating the dog shit out of their top babyface. Yeah. Why? Because that's what wrestling is now. It's not real. And I know it's never been real, but man, when we watched Harley Race and Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. kick the shit out of Ric Flair, man, were people upset.
Oh, man, dude. I was mad. And it's 50 years later.
Yeah. And so because they get to see something cool. Randy Orton's hitting him with a chair. He's hitting him with the steps. He busts him open. They do all the classic wrestling stuff. And people are cheering for Orton. And that's
because it's cool.
Kind of a problem. Because it's cool.
No, 100%. Yeah. That's the thing. You can have baby faces, but the baby faces, that's a conditional situation. The baby face is whoever is the more popular guy in the ring currently is. Like,
whoever's the cool guy right now.
So you just got to make all your popular guys baby faces, and then the heels are the people who nobody gives a shit about, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's and if Jake the Snake attacked Randy Savage with a Cobra today, people would cheer Jake Roberts because he's doing a cool ass thing using the snake to attack Macho.
They're stoked to see the Cobra.
Yeah, so
he's the Cobra commander in that situation.
He is no, that's CM Punk. He's got the tattoo on his shoulder. Don't forget.
Does he have a Cobra Commander tattoo?
Of course he does.
Man,
Yeah.
for a Punk, he sure does have a lot of major corporations logos on him, doesn't he?
He's into it, and he'll tell you how much money he makes too. Classic Punk.
I know
move.
he loves doing that. He loves doing that. I remember when Johnny Rotten used to do that.
And so then they move to one of my other least favorite tropes. They've already had it backfire on them this year. There's a mystery caller. The mystery caller is in Randy Orton's ear, and he's the guy that's telling Randy Orton, "Hey man, you got to be the old you. You got to listen to the voices in your head. There's more than one royal wrestling family." That's Randy Orton's line to Cody Rhodes after he gets off the phone with the dude that he's talking to.
So it's April. It's early to mid-April right now. This year they've already had black face mask guy.
Yep.
Box.
Yep. Danhausen in a box.
Danhausen in a box and mystery caller. Have there been any more? Are we doing one a month? Is that what we're doing? One mystery man a month?
The other idea was like, who's coming out at the Royal Rumble? You can't really deal with that one because it's like people are always going to wonder that. But they were like, it's Jericho. And then no, Jericho never showed up. And then it was like, Jericho's in the box. Is Jericho the guy under the mask? Like you mystery caller. If you're going to mystery caller, you better have the best surprise in history. Like,
it better at least be as good as or better than what the wrestling community is expecting, and that's the mistake that they've been making continuously. Yeah. Like the one way to make Danhausen flaccid is to make everybody think that it's going to be somebody more famous than Danhausen.
Yeah, it's going to be The Rock. Yeah, like you can't have Danhausen. You can't have Rock to Danhausen level fall off for anticipation. So they're like, who is it? Could it be Shane McMahon? Oh shit. Could it be Stephanie McMahon? There's more than one wrestling royal family. Could it be goddamn Bob Orton Jr.? The Ortons are a wrestling legacy family. Like, who could it be? You know, and so 2 weeks ago now, Orton gets in the ring in St. Louis, which is his hometown, so he gets a huge babyface pop.
Yep.
Anyway, and he's talking about how he's going to beat up Cody because he's listening to the voices. Cody comes out, babyface Fire starts beating the shit out of Orton. Pretty good. We've got a thing happening. And then, out of goddamn nowhere, Pat McAfee gets in the ring.
Yep.
And puts on a pair of sunglasses and kicks Cody Rhodes in the balls. Pat McAfee, famous football punter, in case you were
NFL
unaware.
Punter. Yeah.
NFL punter. Got a good kick on him.
Yeah.
And not a bad wrestler when he's done wrestling, and not a bad promo. I don't hate Pat McAfee in a generalized sense.
Yeah.
I hate Pat McAfee in this particular sense. So they're like, oh shit, it's McAfee. And so then Randy Orton's beating up Cody Rhodes, your top babyface, just fucking laid out on the ground for minutes while McAfee cuts this really incoherent promo about how he needs, like, that the wrestling business has passed him by, and he remembers the Attitude Era when it was Stone Cold and it was The Rock, and he's the forgotten fan of the Attitude Era, and that's why we need not the corporate champ Cody Rhodes, who's just a puppet, who sucks and who makes ratings go down and whose ticket sales are not moving because he's the main babyface. Well, how's that guy going to be the champ when we got Randy Orton right here? Why are we having his quote, 2 5-5 guys have 45-minute Iron Man matches for 10 weeks straight when we got Randy Orton right here? And Randy Orton is going to beat Cody and save the fucking business. That's the sort of paraphrasing of the McAfee promo where he is revealed. Some problems that I have with this particular interview segment. Forgotten Attitude Era fan, they won't shut the fuck up about the Attitude Era. Every chance they get, That would be like if they went on TV and they were like, you know what I'm upset about? They never mentioned the Montreal screw job. Brett got screwed and they buried the history for 30 years. Every chance they get, they're talking about the Attitude Era.
Also, it's very funny that that's a very good point. And he was, but he's also like kind of half touting like old school wrestling, like where men were men and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then he points at soap opera wrestling is what they need to go back to.
Right. And like they're like, we need Randy Orton. Oh, you mean the 14-time world champion? Like that guy's never got his shot to be the main guy. And you're like, he'll save the wrestling business. Never mind, we're doing record business. We talk about it all the time, every year. We're doing business, but now ticket sales are low. And guess what? People love to hear. I want this guy to be champion so that more people will pay more money to go watch this product than already pay for it.
Yeah, and we've talked about this.
What are you talking about?
How much of like metrics and merch sales and stuff has infiltrated actual wrestling storylines. It happened in UFC too, where people would be like, "Oh man, this guy can't fight Jorge Masvidal. He's not a draw." Excuse me? Are they cutting checks for you when they sell pay-per-views? Or are you trying to watch fun fights? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, it's the most annoying stuff. I don't care who sells t-shirts, dog. Like if you make a cool t-shirt, I might buy it. I won't, but people might buy it.
Someone might.
And it's like, but that doesn't mean that's who I want. I don't care if it, in my storyline.
Yeah. And you've got the storyline. Well, okay, so then later on that night, so McAfee cuts this promo. It's who cares? That Randy Orton wasn't even a wrestler when the Attitude Era was happening. So what are you talking about?
It was very funny that he called Adam Pearce foreign Adam Pearce.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's trying to be a jerk to everybody. Is that not what he called him that? Because Adam Pearce is from Illinois. It sounded like he said foreign Adam Pearce.
I think he did say foreign Adam Pearce, but it
was funny.
I just think like one of your main problems is pointing out, hey, doesn't this suck? What, like, that's insane. That, like, if Jon Snow turned on the last episode of Game of Thrones while Daenerys is bleeding out, and he turned to camera and was like, "This is probably the ending you guys don't want, huh? This kind of sucks, doesn't it?" The TV show can't tell me the TV show sucks. Why would I watch it then?
Especially if the TV show doesn't intend on changing, like, because this is like this is a TV show that's like based in reality, like it's supposed to be. So like, if this ushered in a new era of the WWE where like guys like Randy Orton are pushed and the little tiny short guys are out of there and all that stuff, this would make a little bit of sense. But if you go on TV and say, "Hey, the product stinks," and the crowd cheers it, and then you go, "We're not changing."
Yeah. So then Cody later on that night, I believe the rumor is that the angle was so poorly received in the moment that they sent Cody out later to do like a damage control promo. That they were like, "Oh, nobody wants this." And so Cody comes out and he cuts a promo where he says, we all got dressed up tonight to find out who the mystery caller is. And it turns out it's Pat McAfee. That'd be like if in 96, Hall and Nash said the third man in the NWO wasn't Hulk Hogan, it was Disco Inferno. Shots at your guy Disco.
Dude, as soon as he said Hall and Nash third man, I knew my guy Disco was going to catch a stray. I knew. And I bet if Glenn was watching this, he's eating his cereal and he's like, "Oh, fuck, they're about to say my name right now, aren't they?"
He's doing the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood meme,
It's going to be me. It's going to be me.
But also, here's the problem. And it makes me so mad. That line gets nothing. Why? Because Bash at the Beach 96 is 30 goddamn years ago. And nobody, like, no respect to your guy Disco. If you don't do a wrestling retrospective podcast,
watch your mouth.
Nobody knows who Disco Inferno is. Like the people in that audience, there's not retrospectives on Disco. and Disco was a fine wrestler in his time. Like Glenn Gilberti's doing his thing. But
It was a
that
fun novelty act. I'll
they
admit it.
earlier in the night, McAfee is like it's about the forgotten Attitude Era fan. And then Cody Rhodes comes out and makes a reference to something that happened as part of
Around
the
the same
Attitude
time.
Era.
Yeah, around the same time.
Then it's not forgotten, is it? You bring it up. You can't stop talking about the NWO and the Attitude Era and DX. It's the whole marketing push for their new video game. What are you talking about, dude? And so that line falls flat. That's a Cody's inside baseball line. That's a Cody Rhodes thinks that's going to hit because he thinks it's all basically, smart fans. But it's not. It's regular people for the most part. So then he calls Pat a stoner, grifter, Logan Paul without muscles, which is all right. And then he's like,
"Kiss My Ass" doesn't hit as hard with a lisp.
Yeah,
it's Thuffer and Thuckatash. It really hurts him in that respect.
That's true. And then he says, "You and everyone that represents you, tell them to get out of here." So then now he's talking about, TKO, the parent company. Hey, everybody that watches this, our parent company wants this guy in the storyline. And now I'm mentioning that that's happening because I'm cool and I want to be edgy. And then he's like, "What are you going to do? Fire me? That worked out for you great last time." So now he's talking about the other wrestling company that they never name, but they always allude to for Cody.
And that they've totally buried in every useful metric.
Right. And like, go start a third, not as profitable wrestling company, Cody. Like what? And then they hit the funniest thing about this is on accident, they hit what this angle is supposed to be about, which is Cody Rhodes loves Randy Orton and respects him. And Randy Orton was his mentor, and Randy Orton was brought him up whenever he was just a young wrestler and helped form him into the wrestler he is now. And now it's 15 years later, 20 years later, and now they have to face each other. And is Randy Orton going to be the guy who's his friend, or is Randy Orton going to be the fucking goddamn viper who hears voices in his head?
So is this going to end with Cody Rhodes saying, "I'm sorry, I love you," and super kicking Randy Orton in the face?
Yes, it's the easiest storyline in history.
Which I like. I like the storyline.
Yeah, right. Here's the old guard. Here's the new guy. Is the crafty vet going to beat the young guy? Is the young guy's love going to keep him from being able to have killer instinct against the older mentor? It's fucking karate master stuff versus, like that's the angle. And that's a perfectly fine angle. And you've got 20 years of back footage that you can make great video packages with. But instead, it's got to be about who's moving tickets and who's moving merch and whether or not people are going to rate this show higher on Cage Match if Randy Orton is the champion. And they keep calling Cody Rhodes the puppet champion. But yes, he was chosen by TKO. Who's choosing Randy Orton? The people? It's not like there's an underground swelling of momentum for
who chose
Randy
Harley
Orton.
Race?
Right.
The five families. You know what I mean?
Right,
everybody is put there.
It's the same. It's going to be, like you said, it's going to be the same show. If Randy Orton's the champion, it's not like he's reinventing the wrestling business. So it doesn't.
The only thing that'll change is everybody's walkouts will be in black and white.
Right. And they're all coming out to nu metal songs from 2008. And then he says that like every year he's broken record after record at WrestleMania. We've charged you more money in Philadelphia than we did in LA, than we did in Dallas, and again this year in Vegas. And who was on top? It was me. I'm a box office draw, goddammit. Stop talking to me about how much money you gross at the gate. I don't care.
I'm thinking about selling my cat.
Yeah, that's not. It's a wrestling match.
Yeah,
it's a wrestling match. So that beginning is really it doesn't make any sense. I hate all the we're peeking behind the curtain, the WWE Unreal style shit where it's like, hey, it's a work shoot, so we're winking that all this is made up, and also that we know that the tickets are too goddamn expensive, but we don't care.
Well, I'm gonna be honest though. We've talked about this. I've told you in the past. This is the only way that the only way that they can bring kayfabe back is they start working real life. Is if they work the what's the show called? Unreal.
Unreal.
It's very funny that they called it that. But if they work that show, if they start using real life storylines, like all those things, that's the only way that they can get people to start actually caring about a lot of these things. So, like, I, in spirit, support the idea of starting to work real life because they have for years completely shit on the idea of pretending this is real anymore. And now that the only way that they can pretend that it's real again is if they start like swerving people with real life storylines. I'm not saying this is the way to do it or anything like that. I'm just saying like that's what you would do.
The platonic ideal of this idea to me is when they were pushing Daniel Bryan for the main event of WrestleMania. But that's because the crowd was demanding, like through their voice, for Daniel Bryan to be the main event. And then in storyline, they're saying, well, we don't really see you as a top tier player. We see you as like you're a good hand and you're mid card, upper mid card level. I just don't see you as the top guy. And then your babyface has a obstacle to overcome in form of beating Triple H, who is still a wrestler, even though we know that he's also the guy deciding who gets pushed. At least in the storyline, you can beat Triple H to get to the match, to win the championship, to prove the evil company wrong, as far as whether or not you're supposed to be the champion, right?
Yeah.
The Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's versus Vince. But Steve Austin never got in the ring and was like, man, I moved so many t-shirts. They should make me the champion. I can't figure out why Vince won't make me champion. But Undertaker's not fucking drawing houses. I had 500 people outside the FYE waiting for Stone Cold's autograph last week. Like if you're telling me that there's no obstacle, it's just the business. We would like to be able to sell more tickets to you at a higher price. Therefore, we think Randy Orton should be the champion. What does Cody overcome? Who does he defeat? And what does his defeat mean? If he beats Randy Orton, are they running a 2-for-1 sale for Money in the Bank? No, it's just, he's still the champion.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Who represents the people in this situation? Because in one way, it seems like McAfee said that he's representing the people in that the Attitude Era, the fan Attitude Era situation, he was representing the people. But he's also representing the company because he's been like, Cody doesn't put asses in seats. He's not making enough money for Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a weird. Who's the people's champ in this situation?
Right.
We need a people's champ.
We need a Rock like in the Attitude Era.
By the way, real quick, Randy Orton's looking more and more like Coach O as the years go by.
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers!
Yeah. So then on Monday they send out CM Punk and okay, so I am on record. I have a long-standing fandom of CM Punk, of Phil Brooks.
Yeah, you do.
This Phil Brooks, it's getting harder and harder for me to support my guy here.
Real quick, I do want to give it to Cody. I like that he was like actually like looked mad. He didn't phone in that. He gave it a shot. You know what I mean? He
cut a fiery promo.
Yeah.
It's just to what end?
Yeah.
And it was almost kind of feet stomping. Like, I do put asses in seats. Look at all these asses in the seats.
Look at the stock price. What dividends?
Right. Yeah. so then they have Punk come out, and at first he's cutting this promo on Roman Reigns. He's like, Roman Reigns ain't here, and I am here, which is the basis for their angle on Raw, which is like, but it's again about who can draw and who's a bigger box office and who's the like who deserves to be the champ, which I guess is maybe just how angles are these days or whatever. But I still don't love it.
I don't have a
You know?
problem with the angle on this of where Punk says, like, I've done TV shows, I've done movies, but I was still here doing my job.
Right.
Like, you guys booed the best line of the whole thing was like, when I come out here and tell you guys that Roman Reigns isn't going to be here and you boo me, you know.
Right.
I understand like that being an angle nowadays. Like if I were writing wrestling and there was a part-time champion or a part-time top guy, because he's not the champion right now, I would write into the storyline where people are shitting on him for being part-time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I still like it because it's still like I deserve. You're saying I don't deserve to be the champion, but I'm the one who's here all the time. I don't think you deserve to be the champion. I've earned being the champion, and I'm here every week making it happen. You know, it's still some of it's still a little too inside, but it's fine. That's a more like I can take my medicine on that one a little bit. And I thought the Roman part of this was mostly pretty good, you know, but pointing out that 8 WrestleManias in a row you failed at your task or whatever is still a little bit of like I don't know, you know, it's also, a little too inside for me.
Man, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, so there are parts of this work shoot that I think work, and some of it that I don't like. You're a nepo baby whose dad got you a job because you sucked at football. Fine, that's
so real quick. Let's break this down for people listening who might not have heard what Punk did, because just for everybody's context, I don't watch the WWE, but we've watched these. Dusty does pay attention, and we've watched these promos. Punk came out and delivered one of his, they call Dusty, they got to stop calling them all pipe bombs, dude. Like,
yeah,
the pipe bomb was a cool thing that happened. It's an iconic moment in the history of WWE, but we don't need CM Punk to deliver quote unquote pipe bomb. It's becoming old hat, and he didn't call it that himself. This is being labeled as that by WWE, like social media guys.
In this promo, he did the original pipe bomb. He didn't call it that while he was doing it.
Did he call it in this promo?
He goes, "This is what happens. This is when people ask me to do a pipe bomb.
Oh yeah,
this is what they get."
I forgot that's what I forgot he said that. God damn it.
That's like one of the cringier moments. I don't know if people still say cringy, but that's like because guess what? You've let me know by doing WWE Unreal and by pulling the curtain back so far, there's not a goddamn chance that CM Punk is going out there and saying anything that isn't approved by Triple H all the way up to Tony Khan, all the way, or not Tony Khan, Nick Khan, all the way up to taking shots at Ari Emanuel. The process is incredibly micromanaged. And I know Punk is like, I go out there and I get to do my promos and stuff. He knows what he can say and what he can't say. So whenever he's like, I'm too dangerous for these people to go on Jimmy Fallon, they can't blackball me. I'm out here. I'll say whatever I want. I'm like, I don't believe him. You know? And
I wrote down me, I'm dangerous, because that's what he says. Me, yeah. I'm dangerous. And I wrote down, I wish that were true. Like, I truly wish, like, CM Punk was what he said he is, but he can't be what he says he is.
He's in a corporate machine.
Yeah.
So, you know,
that he signed up to be a part of.
Which he signed up to be a part of and gets compensated very well for. That's also one of the worst lines in this is Roman hates me because I won't trade my authenticity for approval.
Yeah.
And I just know too much about you now, man. Like, I can't unknow the shit that I know about you. And I know everybody's, you know, like, I would certainly, well, I don't know, you know, like it's I don't know if sellout works for this, but there is a disingenuousness to it because in the same breath, he'll be like, guess what? I'm old and I'm rich and I can fuck off if I want. And like, you're the babyface? I'm supposed to like cheer the fact that you're rich. And then he alludes to having FU money later and like leaving with his dignity. And I'm like, good for you, man, but that doesn't make me want to cheer you.
Well, that's the interesting thing. I think we have to come to terms with the fact that CM Punk is a character. Like,
Yeah,
that Phil Brooks and CM Punk are two different things, and it may be at like I don't think he's like a total punk rock poser, like for life guy. I think he believed all this stuff when he was younger. He lived it for longer than a lot of other people would have lived it. To be honest, he was authentic for longer than a lot of people would have been. But man, he's a rich celebrity who like is everybody's got a price, and they probably pay. There's a very good chance they pay CM Punk more than what my price would be. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you can't take the money, or I don't want you to take the money. Take the money for sure. Take the money, but it's a symptom of the fact that everybody is too exposed and the business is too exposed and all the background is too exposed, that I know too much about this guy to buy into his rebel, dangerous WWE character, because I'm like, well, Phil Brooks, the dude, went to Saudi Arabia. Like after he said he wouldn't, and then he signed up and he went and he apologized to Saudi Arabia for the shit that he said, because now he works for the place where he had to go to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Like, and that's fine if you want to do that, but then you can't go out there and tell me how dangerous you are and how they can't blackball you and how like you can do what you want. Like that's,
you might be dangerous because you're friends with Saudi Arabia. Like Saudi Arabia is pretty dangerous.
That's true.
Maybe that's what he means.
You know what I mean? Like it's tough for his babyface character to mention how rich and how much money he has, while still trying to be like, but I'm for the I'm here for the people.
Yeah.
And so that's the second. That's
there's a lot of rich populists out there, huh, Dusty?
Yeah. Turns out he hits this line that says, "By the way, I'm not scared because I can stand on the bridge and blow it up because bitch, I know how to swim." I don't know what I maybe that means if they fire him, he'll just do something else because he has other skills. Fine, that's what it should mean. But it doesn't make sense for this.
It got one of the biggest pops of the whole promo too, and I like rewound it, and I was like, "Is there an inside joke? Like, can Roman Reigns not swim?" Like, I started going like trying to see if it was like a literal situation.
Yeah, really esoteric. I think it's like when I left last time, because I was dissatisfied. Like I did fine, and it was like okay, whatever. So then,
hey. You came back, didn't you?
You came.
Didn't you come back?
Yeah. So then he's like, oh, one more thing. He calls Pat McAfee, which at first I thought might have just been the accent, but I'm pretty sure was a slam.
I went through the same. Sequence, and I do. Yeah, I think he said Pat McAfee.
So then he does the same thing that Cody did, where he's like, go tell your bosses, which is also, guess what, your boss, CM Punk, that wanted to shoehorn you into this, whatever, that we don't need you. And that we're doing fine. He's like, you want to talk to me about putting asses in seats? Guess what? Lower the ticket prices.
Yeah.
Great. The first comment on the WWE video of this was just somebody putting press the lower the ticket prices button, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Like, what does pointing out how expensive the tickets are and that they're underselling do to help any storyline that is happening? Like, the admission that it costs too much and the build has been so is going to help in what way? It doesn't make sense to me.
I think the only way that it would work is if they lowered the ticket prices. But this would actually really suck.
They've been running promotions for weeks. They had like 316 day, and then they had buy one, get one. But the characters aren't going to do that. CM Punk as a wrestling character is not going to be like, me and you, Ari Emanuel, Money in the Bank, and if I win 50% off tickets on CM Punk Day. Like, he doesn't have the ability to lower the ticket prices. It doesn't work that way. And they're not going to lower them, by the way, ever. The button never goes down.
It very rarely goes down. Yeah.
Like, so and then all the people that paid the exorbitant amount of money for those Monday Night Raw tickets cheered CM Punk yelling lower the ticket price. So maybe it makes him a babyface in a I can point out a problem, but I can't actually solve it kind of way. But it doesn't help his match with Roman Reigns at all. So it's very confusing to me.
I also need them to stop saying receipt. Stop saying it so much.
Yeah.
Fucking Cody Rhodes said it during his thing. CM Punk said it multiple times about multiple things during this promo.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
you're gonna get
dude,
your receipt.
we know you know the lingo. You've been in the business for a while, and I know that there's a lot of guys in the crowd that get a boner when any like inside wrestling dope is said. They're like, "Oh, I understood that reference. Receipt means when you get a guy back for." It's like, dude, stop saying it. It's like pipe bomb. We're overusing a lot of these phrases to the point where it's being pretty transparent what we're doing here. You know. But
at the time of the original pipe bomb, everything did seem so sanitized and nobody was taking any real shots. And like Punk came out and said a lot of things that the fan sentiment was feeling at the time. And they were like, we can't believe they're letting this guy say this shit about other companies. He mentioned New Japan. He mentioned Colt Cabana. He mentioned Paul Heyman, who doesn't work for us right now. Like, it felt, even though, again, all of that shit's approved before he goes out there, it felt realer because it felt like it was coming from a real place. And part of the CM Punk problem since he's returned this time to WWE is everything about his promos feel disingenuous to me. Like his line, "Isn't it great to be alive in X city on a Monday night," is like pandering bullshit that like washed up baby faces do. The stuff Mick Foley used to point out, insert town name here and you'll get a pop, right? Yeah. But that's because that dude has to be on his best behavior because he got fired from the other wrestling place. And there's only one other wrestling place that's going to pay him the amount of money that he wants to get paid to wrestle. So like all of it feels like going through the steps. What's the edgiest thing that I can say that's going to get an ooh from the crowd that doesn't really mean anything? And also the fans aren't as dissatisfied in a general sense as they were in 2012 or 2013 or 2011 when the first pipe bomb happened, you know?
Yeah.
Every subsequent version
it loses its luster, right. Bro. It's like, you know how many pairs of boobs I've seen in my life? You know what I mean? It's never going to be like the first. Yeah, the first pair, I still remember the first pair of boobs that I saw in my life. Yeah. I was at a cousin's house. For some reason, their parents were watching an R-rated movie, and they left it on with a 12-year-old in the room, or a fucking 9-year-old in the room, or however. I was young, and I remember those boobs. And you know how many boobs I've forgotten since those boobs?
There's always your first pipe bomb, you know, and then once you label it, and it becomes part of the lexicon, and it becomes part of a catchphrase. Then it's over. You lost it, you know? And so then the thing that I didn't send you, because it just happened last night, that I want to update you on is McAfee got to do a promo back last night where I think he effectively bombed CM Punk pretty hard.
Okay.
Because he comes out and he's doing his shit and he's in the ring and he's like, Monday, CM Punk's talking about me. And I couldn't hear any of the things he was saying because all I could think was, all I could do was watch him in his WWE branded leather jacket that he took off to then reveal his WWE branded T-shirt that you can buy at wweshop.com, and that there are 263 pieces of CM Punk merch that you can buy from that store. And when that TKO royalty check comes in, do you think that money goes into the needy families who need a WrestleMania ticket bank account? Or do you think it goes into the CM Punk I'm so sorry Saudi Arabia account? And I'm like, fuck, man, that's tough.
Yeah.
He shouldn't say it because if people weren't thinking it, it completely devalues your babyface's point. But that, to me, that's the point. You can't do this angle because you can't talk about those things, because that should be the heel's response is, hey, you're just as much of a corporate shill as me. You work for the same fucking place I do.
But
Like,
now we're building this like giant heel program where everybody's a corporate hack and nobody is worth cheering for. Like in this whole thing, nobody's worth cheering for.
Right. Nobody who's fighting the machine. They all work in the machine. You know? So, and then Cody came out and Cody cut a promo talking about how like nobody wants Pat here and Pat should just go home because people are interested in Randy Orton, but they're not interested in Pat McAfee. And then, before that, McAfee is like, you know what? I want to see everybody at WrestleMania to see Cody Rhodes get beat by Randy Orton. So I called up my sponsors at Dodge Ram and I asked them to lower the ticket prices. And they're running a 25% off WrestleMania Night 1 tickets until Monday. And they put up the QR code. So now is Pat McAfee the babyface because he got the ticket prices lowered?
And then he's the babyface who's everybody's hero who is not going to change wrestling.
And who's supporting the heel in this program.
Yeah.
Or who on the face of it.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Randy Orton's supposed to be the bad guy. So the bad guy heard the good guy's complaint, and then the bad guy actually did something about it. And I'm still supposed to be like, Pat McAfee's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He did, in fact, lower the ticket prices. And then what is Cody Rhodes or CM Punk's retort on Monday? Is Punk going to be like, guess what? I talked to Slim Jim, and they're going to give you the 50% off CM Punk ticket sale.
The people who bought it at 25% will be so mad.
Yeah, then that's why Pat McAfee's the heel. You could have got us a bigger discount. You didn't shop around. You know what kind of economic turmoil I'm in right now? So then Cody came out, and then of course they've the other pronged attack of this terrible flaccid trident is Jelly Roll is everywhere on SmackDown. He was in like 10 segments 2 weeks ago. And while Cody's cutting his promo on McAfee, Randy Orton's in the back and he's like, uh-oh, look what happened to your boy, Jelly Roll. I beat him up, so Jelly Roll's selling on the ground. And then Randy Orton drags Jelly Roll into the arena and Cody goes to check on him. And like an idiot, he gets attacked by Randy Orton. Like, this is the guy? I'm supposed to cheer for this guy?
He fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
He's every tailpipe. The tailpipe of Cody's bus is just stupid with bananas.
There's so many bananas.
Donkey Kong doesn't have as many bananas in his home as Cody Rhodes has in the tailpipe of his bus. That for a cheap $1,000 you can take a tour of Las Vegas with the week of WrestleMania. Just so you know, Cody won't be on that bus, but you could go around Vegas.
That's I can't wait, Dusty. I cannot wait for us to break down. We have to do it. We have to find all the WrestleMania packages that we can.
That's
for the episode after or whenever we can.
That's next week's episode. So here is my final thing, and here's my bold prediction. This doesn't make any sense from a wrestling storyline situation. It doesn't really make any sense from a business perspective to tell all the people that are buying your tickets how expensive the tickets are and how they shouldn't buy. They should have waited for the Dodge Ram sale before they bought tickets. But I think that Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, they're doing the match. Cody's going to win. Pat McAfee runs out. He interferes. Cody is getting beat up by McAfee. Here comes Jelly Roll. Do you think that
somebody save me?
You think that he's there to help Cody, and then fucking boom, third man him. Jelly Roll helps Randy Orton beat Cody Rhodes for the WWF title. That's how WrestleMania ends, because McAfee also said if Cody wins that he'll leave the wrestling business forever. And it's important to also point out that all of this stuff is not WWE creative. I don't think this is Triple H's idea. I think this is down from on high, because Ari Emanuel is very high on Pat McAfee, from what reports that I've read are that he thinks he's a crossover star, and they're all about crossover synergy. The fucking Jelly Rolls on this show, I Show Speed is on this show, McAfee's on this show. It's celebrity. It's chock full of celebrity, in a bad way.
What if? Yeah, the celebrity stuff's too much. Well, but what if I'm trying to think the scenario in which this happens? Orton wins, and he grabs the microphone, or McAfee grabs the microphone and is like, we talked about this. We talked to you about what's the cancer that has riddled our beloved WWE for so long, and I think we have the solution. And then you hear, no chance.
I told you months ago.
I know
that I thought that they were preparing, that they were doing a soft Vince launch. I
don't think this is gonna happen, but I'm just saying, like, what if all of this is they're making the new owners, Ari Emanuel and all these guys, the heels, and then they bring Vince back in as the authority figure. The ticket prices go down a little bit. It's more of a populism situation in terms of how you're running the WWE, and they are able to work in the shadows. We have a shadow government in the WWE going forward with this populist guy in the front, who's also a rapist. Allegedly, I guess.
That's a tough. Well, here's the thing. Legitimately, I think bringing Vince back is poison, like on a legitimate level.
I mean, I don't think you can do it, but these people are evil, Dusty.
So I think the thing that they could have done, which I also don't love, but like, you could have Jelly Roll and McAfee and Orton as like this heel group that's it's the same as the Triple H Authority. You just, like, the second that you start talking about ratings and ticket sales and metrics and mentioning Ari Emanuel and all of that stuff, you've taken it out of what can be a fun wrestling storyline and brought it into like a real world thing that I don't care about. Like, you're overcomplicating it by assuming that I care about these things that I don't care about.
What if you make Punk and Rhodes, you make them the authority? And McAfee came out to like shit on how things are going nowadays, like how wrestling sucks and all that stuff. And McAfee and Orton become the new like counterculture DX NWO style disruptors.
That would make sense if he wants to be the Attitude Era again.
Yeah, and then they're against these action figures.
DX 2.0. Yeah,
that puts Roman Reigns in a weird position.
Yeah,
but
they all work for the same guy.
I know.
So they're all getting the check is coming from the same place.
They go to the same Christmas party every year.
Yeah, like I just can't figure out how this turns into an angle that's worth anything. Whenever I think you're like trying to galaxy brain it, I think you're like, here's the easy path, the student and the master. Orton versus Reigns or Orton versus Rhodes, who's going to win? And then like, no. But what about, hold on, what if we start talking about corporate synergy and who we're going to send to Jimmy Fallon and who's going to be, Q2 was down, a little bit in merchandising. Can we get a new belt? If we get Orton, we get a Viper belt, and then we could sell that on WWE Shop for $500. You know,
Yeah.
like
I can't wait until on WrestleMania night 1 or 2, either one, they've zoom in on an 11-year-old in the front row holding up a sign that says Rhodes sells hospitality packages.
Yeah, that's not go Ricky go,
Yeah.
not Foley is God, just Cody's bus. Cody's
Yeah.
bus tour sold out. How dare you take the title off of him?
Yeah. Cody's promo did really well in focus groups, it says.
Yeah, on Cage Match, his segment was rated a 6 out of 8. You know, or like
Yeah.
it
doesn't just say Rikishi is fat.
Yeah, it doesn't say like it.
Trish Stratus is a hoe.
Yeah, there's your attitude era. You know,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just none of it makes any sense to me, and that's my gears were grinded. They're presently being ground.
They were ground. Yeah,
we'll see. I bet you, if that jelly roll prediction comes through, I want a TikTok specifically time stamped so that we can prove my powers of deduction.
If the Vince prediction comes through, I need you need to DoorDash me some barbecue.
That's fair. I'll do that. So
I'll take that.
WrestleMania night 1. Let's see if it outdraws night 2. That's all we care about.
We need metrics.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.